Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. May going to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kelly. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw with May. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. If you look at this Bronco defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. That is caught. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll change things up. In motion goes the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 9. The slot man in motion right. To the air, May. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. On play action, here's Nix. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Escaping the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's May. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready. Set go.
To throw, it's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
That's another Seahawks. 14-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing here is May. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. No. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw, May. That's caught by Kelly. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. That's taken in by Franklin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Nix. This one swung out to Williams. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the right side, he's got Vele. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Nix. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They run. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And now an audible here into something else. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Nick's going to tap this forward. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And Walker once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 73 yards. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Nix. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Nix. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down and 6. To throw, here's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
19, here we go, set. 60 Eagle, track 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going deep for Walk. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nix to the air. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Denver. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll throw with May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Ware. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. Down to the 42, 2nd down. And now they'll shift things around.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 42-yard line.
19 light.
From the shotgun, May with it. Throw left side complete. That's Kelly. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. Come on. Set.
To the air, May. Walker with a grab, left side. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now a timeout called for by the offense. First, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go play action with Nix. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's May. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Okay,
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
To throw, it's May. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing here is May. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball is out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
19 tight, 19 tight. Dragon 60. Come 19, come 19.
Looking to throw, May. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
60 Maverick, trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Check out.
They're going on 4th down. May. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, they'll try to run a reverse here. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Roll, roll. Travel up.
Walker now on 1st and 10. 20. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Throwing Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nix from the shotgun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. That's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 2. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Damone Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by Kelly. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way way down to the 35. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They're going to look to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go now. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the gun, it's May. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Come on. Set. Come 19. Come 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll throw with May. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolf.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Mustang 19. 18 Pioneer. 19 Lion. Let go.
From the shotgun, it's May. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
They'll try and throw for it with May. And And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance